Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to send SMS for Zoho forms submission using Twilio. So are you also using Zoho forms for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here I'm doing the same, and I wish that as soon as someone fills in the booking form on my website, an automated SMS should be sent to them with the help of Twilio. So for this we are going to create a connection between Zoho forms and Twilio. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to learn how to send SMS for Zoho form submission using Twilio. So over here I wish that as soon as a new form is submitted in my Zoho forms account, automatically an SMS should be sent to the lead received from the same form submission, which is a confirmation message that yes, they have successfully completed their booking. So to do this, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we'll open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to send SMS for Zoho form submission using Twilio. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have triggered an action in this. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. By this, you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now I'm going to select my trigger application, which is Zoho Forms, because I want that as soon as a new Zoho form is submitted, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the triggered event, we are going to select it as new form submitted. And over here you can see that it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL in order to create a connection between our Zoho Forms account and our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this URL and then we are going to open our Zoho Forms account. Over here you can see that this is my account, and over here I've created two forms. So I'm going to create this automation for this form which is KK Travelers. So I'm going to use this form and go on edit. And from here we are going to go on integrations, and now we are going to scroll and select webhooks from the left sidebar. As you can see that I've already connected another webhook right over here. So I'll just delete this webhook URL and paste the URL I copied from my workflow right now. And for the content type, we are going to keep it as application/JSON only. For the authorization type, I'm going to keep it as journal. And as you can see that I've also selected the form fields right over here. So you have to also select the form fields. And after doing all of this, we are going to click on save right over here. And yes, you can see that we have successfully saved this webhook URL, and now we are going back to our workflow. And over here you can see waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission/record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission. And in order to do this test submission, I'm going to open my form, and over here you can see that this is the same form. So I'm going to do a test submission and enter the dummy details. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo, last name as user, phone number as this, email as demo@pabblytunes.com. For the departure date, I'm going to keep it as 28th of June, and for the arrival, I'm going to keep it as 29th of June. For the destination, I'm going to keep it as Bhopal, so I'm going to enter it. And now it is asking, do you want AC or non-AC room? So I'm going to keep it as AC, and then we are going to click on submit. And yes, you can see, thank you, your response has been submitted. So this means that Zoho form has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. So I'm going to open my workflow. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. Over here you can see the first name, the last name, the phone number, where you can see the email, the room choice, over here you can see the destination, the departure date and the arrival date. So these are the same details that we entered in our form. So yes, with this our trigger step is successful and we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select it as Twilio because I want that as soon as a new form is submitted in my Zoho forms, an automated SMS should be sent to my customer or my lead. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as send SMS message and then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Twilio account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection. And now it is asking me for the account SID and the authorization token and again for the account SID. So to get this, I'm going to open my Twilio account and over here you can see that this is my account SID, my authorization token. So I'm going to copy both of this and then I'm going to paste it in my workflow right over here. And now after pasting all of this, I'm going to click on save. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Twilio account with our Pabbly's workflow. This was very easy because I've already logged in my Twilio account. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. So now it is asking me for the body of the SMS. So I want the body to be this. So this is the body of the SMS I want, and over here you can see that I have not entered name, date and room type because I am going to map this. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step, and as you know our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Zoho Forms as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically our details will turn dynamic and change with every new form submitted. So now I'm going to give you an example that in front of hi, I'm going to enter the name manually, suppose demo user right over here. This will not change with every new form submitted because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, it will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here. So here you can see that I've entered it as hi demo space user because I want to change this name again and again as soon as a new form is submitted. And we are going to do same for the room type also. I'm going to map this too. So I'm going to open the response and then we are going to search for AC, and over here you can see the same. So we are going to map this. We are going to do same for the dates also. So I'm going to map the departure date right over here, and over here we are going to map the arrival date too. So I'm going to open the response and then we are going to map this too. And yes, you can see that we have successfully completed our mapping and now it has become hi demo user, thanks for your booking confirmation for a stay in Bhopal. We have booked an AC room for you from the departure date to the arrival date. We hope you have a relaxing and an enjoyable stay with us. Feel free to contact the hotel number. Over here is the check-in and the checkout time. Please visit our website for a cancellation policy. So now we are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the sender's number. So over here I'm going to put my Twilio account, and as you can see that this is my Twilio phone number. So I'm going to copy this. So this is my sender's number and I'm going to paste it right over here in front of sender's number. And now it is asking me for the recipient number. So again we are going to map this. So I'm going to search for number right over here, and as you can see the number, so I'm going to map this. So now I want that with the help of this number a new message should be sent to this number. And now I'm going to click on save and send test request. But before clicking on save and send test request, I'll just let you know that I'll just replace the dummy phone number with my original phone number so that I can show you the message received. So I'm going to replace it, and yes, I've replaced the recipient number, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response which says that we have successfully sent a new message. So I'm going to check that if we have received the message or not. And yes, I'm going to show the screenshot of the message received. Over here you can see that I have received this message which is sent from your Twilio trial account. So over here I'm using a Twilio trial account, so that's why it is coming like this. If you are not using a trial account, your customer will only receive the message from hi. So as you can see that this is the same message that we entered. Over here you can see the details that we mapped to. So yes, with this our workflow is successful, and I'll just test the workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, I'm going to open my Zoho Forms. We are going to do another test submission so that we can check that if our workflow is working in real time or not. So I'm going to enter the details as this. First name as test, last name as user, the phone number as this. Over here, the email is testuser@pabblytudes.com. For the departure date, I'm going to keep it as 1st of July. For the arrival date, I'm going to keep it as 3rd of July. And now for the destination, I'm going to keep it as Delhi. So I'm going to enter it. For the AC and the non-AC rooms, I'm going to keep it as non-AC. So I'm going to enter it. And now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on submit again. And yes, you can see, thank you, your response has been submitted. So this means that Zoho form has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further sent a new SMS to our customer. So I'm going to check my SMS again and show you the screenshot that if we have received the new message or not. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my SMS and check that if we have received the message or not. And yes, you can see the new message received. Over here, you can see just the name has been changed. Over here, non-AC room, that was the room type, has been changed. And over here, the arrival and the departure date has been changed. Rest the message is same. So yes, our workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For a trigger application, we selected Zoho form. For the trigger event, we selected new form, submitted. For the action application, we selected Twilio. For the action event, we selected send SMS message because I wanted that as soon as a new form is submitted in my Zoho Forms, automatically a message should be sent through my Twilio account to my customer. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here, you can see the message I sent to my test user. So I'll just let you know that over here, you can see that I mapped the details like test user, over here the destination, the room type, arrival, and the departure date. So that's why between the two messages, only these details were changed. Rest of the details were static. And yes, we are successful with our workflow. And if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.